Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Devedi, and in this segment we are going to discuss all about objective questions to help you crack prelims. So let's begin with the practice question of the last segment, which said to consider the following statements. The Election Commission of India was made a multi-member body in 1989. The Election Commissioner holds office for a term of 6 years or until they attain the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. The SWEEP initiative is a flagship program of the ECI for voter education. We have to select the correct statement. So yes, the Election Commission of India, which is constitutional body under Article 354, it was made a multi-member body in the year 1989, and the Election Commissioner holds office for a term of 6 years or until they achieve the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. Okay, second statement is also correct and the third is also correct. So the correct answer to this question is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Recently, the Election Commission of India organized a 2-day SWEEP, Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation Consultation Workshop. Originally, the ECI had only one election commissioner, but after the Election Commissioner Amendment Act of 1989, it has been made a multi-member body. Moving on. We have discussed first the second statement, right? And let's talk about SWEEP. Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Partnership was started in 2009 as the flagship program of ECI for voter education and awareness. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements. Program for International Student Assessment was initiated by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. In the 2012 PISA test, India topped the mathematics test followed by China. The PISA test is conducted annually. We have to select the correct statement. PISA, which is an initiative of OECD, is conducted once in every 3 years. So the first statement is correct, but the third isn't. And in 2012, the country which topped the mathematics test was actually China and not India. So the second and the third are incorrect. The first is correct. The correct answer is option A, that is 1 only. The field trial of PISA is scheduled to be held from September 15 to 18 in 38 schools. Recently, a review meeting was held to discuss the PISA CCT, that is Critical and Creative Thinking Preparedness. We have discussed the first statement. So we shall move on. And in 2012, Shanghai schools of Shanghai in China topped reading, mathematics and science tests, followed closely by Singapore. Moving on to the next question, consider the following statements in view of Raymond Magsaysay Award. This is named after Raymond Magsaysay, the first president of Indonesia, and the award foundation annually selects awardees for the field of journalism and literature. So we have to select the correct statement. The award foundation selects the person or the recipients of this award by the categorization of emergent leadership. Okay. So the second statement is incorrect, and the award is named after Raymond Magsaysay, the Philippine president, and not Indonesia. So none of them being correct. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. A Bangladeshi vaccine scientist and a microfinance pioneer from Pakistan are among the 5 recipients of this year's Raymond Magsaysay Award. This was established in 1957 and is considered Asia's premier prize and highest honor. It is named after Raymond Magsaysay, the 3rd President of Republic of the Philippines. Moving on, the Raymond Magsaysay Award Foundation annually selects the awardees for the field of emergent leadership. Moving on, consider the following statements. He is known as a pioneer of the academic movement for interfaith understanding. His most important work include Majma-ul Bahrain and Siri Akhbar. He translated the Upanishads from Sanskrit to Persian. We have to select from among these personalities to whom these statements refer to. Okay. So the correct answer to this question is option C, that is Tara Siko. Moving on, The Ministry of Culture recently set up a 7-member panel of the Archaeological Survey of India to locate the grave of the Dara Shikoh. Dara Shikoh is known as the pioneer of the academic movement for interfaith understanding in India. His most important works include Majma-ul-Bahrain, that is Mingling of Two Oceans, and Sir-e-Akbar, that is Great Mystery. Moving on, he translated the Upanishads and other important sources of Hindu religion and spirituality from Sanskrit to Persian. Through these translations, he was responsible for taking the Hindu culture and spiritual traditions to Europe and the West. Moving on, consider the following statements. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation was established with the signing of the SAARC Charter in Kathmandu. Afghanistan became the newest member of SAARC at the 13th Annual Summit in 2005. We have to select the correct statement. Afghanistan became the newest member of SAARC at the 13th Annual Summit in 2005. This is correct. But the first statement is incorrect because SAARC was established with the signing of SAARC Charter in Dhaka, Bangladesh and not Kathmandu. So the correct answer to this question is option B. With uncertainty hanging over the international representation of Afghanistan under the Taliban, a question has risen over the membership of the country in the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. We have discussed the statement. Just know that it was signed on 8th of December 1985 in Dhaka. Also, Afghanistan became the newest member in 2005 at the 13th Summit. Consider the following statement. The National Mission on Edible Oil, oil palm, is a central sponsored scheme. Under this mission, oil palm farmers will be provided financial assistance and will get remuneration under a price and viability formula. We have to select the correct statement. National Mission on Edible Oil, oil palm, which actually subsumed the erstwhile National Mission on Oilseeds, oil palm, which came under NFSM, and it has subsumed this mission. It is a central sponsored scheme. That means the funding will be divided in certain ratio among the central government and the state government. So the first statement is correct. Okay. Also, under this scheme, oil palm farmers will be provided remuneration under the price and viability formula, that is MSP, kind of an MSP. Minimum support price will be fixed by the government in order to save the farmers from any sort of price volatility in the market. Okay. So both of them being correct, the correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Prime Minister announced a national mission on edible oil palm with an investment of over rupees 11,000 crore over a 5-year period. And we have discussed the first statement and also the second. So we shall move forward. Consider the following questions with respect to Nord Stream 2 pipeline. It runs from Ust-Luga in Russia to Greifswald in Germany through the Baltic Sea. It was decided to build this pipeline in 2015. We have to select the incorrect statement. Both of these statements are correct. So the correct answer should be option D, neither 1 nor 2. The President of Ukraine sees the soon to be completed Nord Stream 2 pipeline carrying Russian gas to Europe and bypassing Ukraine as a dangerous geopolitical weapon. This is a 1200-kilometer pipeline that runs from Ust-Luga in Russia to Greifswald in Germany through the Baltic Sea. Also, it will carry 55 billion cubic meters of gas per year. It was decided to build this pipeline in 2015. We shall move forward. Consider the following countries: Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. Which of the countries mentioned above share a border with Afghanistan? See, this kind of question we introduced because whichever places are in the news, the burning places in the news, they should be very closely studied for map questions. Okay, so we will introduce such questions on a repetitive and regular basis to make you understand the importance of it and make you learn as well. Okay, so yes, Afghanistan shares its borders with Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan, and not Kyrgyz and Tajikistan. So the correct answer to this question is option B. In his first address after the United States withdrew its forces from Afghanistan, US President Joe Biden said that this was the right and wise and the best decision for America. Afghanistan is a landlocked country at the crossroads of Central and South Asia, very important for India. It is bordered by Pakistan to the east and south, Iran to the west, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan to the north, and Tajikistan and China to the northeast, and of course, India also to the northeast. You can see this region. It shares its borders with India as well. Okay. So, moving on to the map-based question, keep this in mind. It shares its borders with Pakistan. Okay. Go from the anti-clockwise direction or the clockwise direction, that is on you. But it's better to go with respect to Afghanistan in the anti-clockwise direction because this is the closest to our memory if we talk about Afghanistan. Pakistan, India, a bit with China, Tajikistan, alright, then Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and Iran. Okay, and as you can see, Kazakhstan lies up and Kyrgyz also lies up. Please remember this. Okay, moving on to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. The Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region is a Government of India ministry established in September 2010 and it deals with matters related to the socio-economic development of the 6th scheduled states only. So what do we have to do? We have to select the correct statement. The Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, it was established in the year 2001 and not 2010. So the first statement is incorrect. The second statement is also incorrect because it deals with the development, the socio-economic development of all the 8 northeastern states and not only the states of 6th schedule. So the correct answer to this question is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Union Minister for Development of Northeastern Region held a virtual meeting in New Delhi yesterday with the Chief Ministers, Agriculture Ministers, Chief Secretaries and other senior officials of all 8 northeastern states, which was mainly focused on growth of agriculture in the northeast. Moving on, the Ministry of Development of Northeast Region is a Government of India ministry which was established in September 2001. It deals with matters related to the socio-economic development of the 8 states of Northeast India, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland, also Tripura and Sikkim. Moving on, consider the following statements with regard to Poshan Abhiyan. The Abhiyan targets to reduce stunting, undernutrition, anemia and reduce low birth weight by 2%, 2%, 3% and 2% per annum respectively. The target of the mission is to bring down stunting among children in the age group of 0 to 12 years from 38.4% to 25%. By the year 2022, we have to select the correct statement. The first statement is definitely correct along with the ratio, the percentages, and the target mission to bring down stunting among children is in the age group of 0 to 6 years and not 12 years. So this statement is incorrect. The ratio, the percentage is correct. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is 1 only. As a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Union Ministry of Women and Child Development has decided to celebrate the Poshan Mah across the nation throughout the month of September starting today. Poshan Abhiyan, that is National Nutrition Mission, was launched by government on March 8, 2018. We have discussed the first statement as well as the second, so we shall move forward. Wolbachia bacteria, recently seen in the news, is a control for which of the following viruses? West Nile virus, dengue, SARS-CoV-2, Japanese encephalitis. So, Wolbachia virus actually is used for control of the dengue virus. So, the correct answer is option B. Now, a viral fever that is suspected to be dengue has killed around 40 people, including 32 children, over the past week in Uttar Pradesh's Firozabad. Dengue is a mosquito-borne tropical disease caused by the dengue virus, that is genus Flavivirus, transmitted by several species of mosquitoes within the genus Aedes, principally Aedes aegypti. So, Aedes aegypti is also responsible for the spread of chikungunya as well as Zika. Okay, moving on. Researchers from World Mosquito Program have used mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia or Wolbachia bacteria to successfully control dengue in Indonesia. Moving on to the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the West Nile virus. It is not considered pathogenic for birds. The disease caused by WNV is spread by infected mosquitoes, and the WNV can lead to a fatal neurological disease in humans. We have to select the correct statement. So I hope you'll be answering it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.